Make your ex earn you back. After the breakup, you're pushing, you're begging, you're pleading, you're trying to sell yourself. And that's the absolute wrong way to get your ex back. In today's video, we're gonna talk to you about why you need to make your ex earn you back after the breakup. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how powerful that is. And the first reason why your ex must earn you back is because after the breakup, you are doing the work. You realized what pushed your ex away. The neediness, the anger issues, the desperation. You shored all of the flaws up. You went to counseling, you hit the gym, maybe you reached out to us for a private coaching, maybe you hopped on our Discord server and sought the community and the guidance of other people who were going through the same thing, and you realized, you know what, I made a lot of errors and now I'm a better person as a result. You're better now, you're not the same. After you go no contact, your ex comes back and they are back in your life. It's not gonna be that easy for them to get back with you now because you've done the work. You're a different person now. You have a new outlook on life, and you have a new outlook on the relationship that you had. Your value system has changed. You've gained value now. You're not the same person. So now the barrier of entry for them to get back with you is a lot higher. You have to look at yourself not as a person, but as an organization or as an institution. It's easy to enroll in community college, but you have to look at yourself as Harvard University, as Oxford, as Princeton, as Stanford. You cannot just have a 4.0 and get into Harvard. You have to be an exemplary student. You have to show a high scholastic aptitude. You have to be a cut above the rest, not just in your grade point. You have to be going above and beyond. And you have to also have to go through a rigorous application and recruitment process. Community college, you can just go in and sign up, and that's how you have to go in and treat yourself. You're different now, and your ex has to see that. So when they come back, now it's different because you're different.
So another reason why you gotta make your ex earn you back is because it was their decision to leave you. It wasn't your idea. You didn't tell them, hey, break up with me, leave me hanging out to dry and brush me off to the curb and start dating somebody else. Like, you didn't tell them that. It was their decision. They said, hey, I'm gonna leave you, I'm done with you. They're the one that blocked you or pushed you off to the side, whatever the case may be. It has to be their idea to actually come back to you. It has to be their idea to reach out to you and to call you and to make up for what they did to you. It has to be their idea. You can't force somebody to like you. It has to come organically. It has to come naturally, okay? You gotta give them that space and time. You gotta give them that freedom, okay? So you're not breathing down their neck and blowing their phone up. So give them that space and that freedom for them to actually let their emotions grow naturally. You gotta give your ex time to heal. And your ex needs that space. Give her that time, give her that space, and let her grow. Forcing her to get back with you, the love between you guys and her emotions is just gonna die towards you.
And another reason why they have to earn you back is because they haven't changed. You did the work. You shored up those flaws. You spent time in the gym. You spent time in therapy. You spent time meditating. You spent time journaling. You spent time around your friends and family in a support system. You got coaching. You taught yourself how to paint. You taught yourself how to DJ. You traveled around the world. You started a blog. You started a new business. You got a promotion. You became a better person, and they didn't. After the breakup, they went and did their own thing. They started dating, their rebound relationship failed, or they were just off to themselves and they just lived their life. But you used this time well to uplift yourself. You enriched your life. And now 3 months has passed, 4 months has passed, and they come back and you're better and they're the same person. And now you leveled up. So why should you lower yourself to get back with someone in your past who didn't want you? Why should you devalue yourself when someone is not even on your level of thinking anymore? You go to the gym 5 times a week now. You're vegan now. You stopped drinking. You stopped smoking. Your ex is doing the same thing and they're only gotten worse. Their anger issues have gotten worse. You meditate now. You don't need that negativity in your life. So why should you even consider them? Why should you even entertain them in your life at this point? When you've elevated to a higher plane. And they may be bringing you down. And this is a question that you have to ask yourself. And then when you ask yourself that question, you ask your ex that question. Why should I even entertain you in my life when you could possibly be bringing me down right now? I'm going to church on Sunday. What are you doing? You're hungover.
Yo, I sure as hell ain't been to church on Sunday in a long time.
I haven't, man.
You need to.
I'm a blasphemer. Okay, I admit that. Me and Jesus is cool. You have to see your ex do the work. And they haven't done the work because the work is hard. You put in the blood, sweat, and the tears and the time, and they haven't. So at this point, why would you want to consider them back in your life when they haven't done the work that you did and aren't willing to do the work? And when they see that from you, then they realize, damn, you know what? It's not going to be easy to get them back, and they're going to put in the work. If your ex rises up to your level, that's fantastic. But if they don't, and more times than not, they're not going to. Then if that's the case, you don't need them in your life.
So you guys got to think, They were cold, they were heartless, they brushed you off to the curb. Now, I understand a lot of you guys probably did something wrong. It is what it is, you did something wrong. Your job is to apologize and, you know, make things right how you make things right. But if you're just one of those people that, you know, you tried, you did everything you could to make the relationship right, and they just fell out of love with you, or the passion isn't there anymore, or whatever the case may be, and then they want to come back to you all of a sudden after brushing you off over something completely stupid and silly, even though you've been trying your ass off, doing everything you can to make that relationship perfect. They broke up with you, now they want to come back. You guys, you would be completely degrading yourself by saying, yes, you can have me back whenever you want to. Yes, I'm here for you. You would be the biggest idiot in the world just to let them come right back to you and probably do the exact same thing again. They're gonna have to prove to you that they're a different person, they're a better person, and that they're sorry for what they did. They have to show you, yes, you know what, Murphy, I value you. I understand how important you are. I understand how I completely messed up. I was out of line. I was the wrong one for brushing you off for the dumbest reason. I understand you were trying, you did what you could, you were pushing to keep us together, but you know what? I was the immature one. I was the idiot that left you, and I'm sorry. Like they have to, because if not, you just say, all right, well, come back into my life and let's try it again. You know, the exact same thing is gonna happen. And what are they gonna do? It's probably gonna be worse, because they know, hey, I can blow this person off, I can brush them off to the curb, leave, and come right back whenever I want to. They're sitting right here in my hand. I can do whatever I want. I can bounce them off the wall and catch it back whenever I want to. And it's my little yo-yo, just drop them, pick them back whenever I want to. And that's not what you're supposed to do. That's not how it works, guys. Make them come back to you. They gotta earn you back.
And another reason why your ex has to earn you back is because there's consequences, okay? You have value, you have worth. You brought a lot to the relationship. You brought a lot to their life. You enriched their life. You just got off track a little bit and contributed to the breakup. Maybe you had anger issues. Maybe you became depressed. Maybe you worked too much. Maybe you worked too little and you just became unattractive and they left. But the thing is, now's the time for you to get back on track. And then when you do put in the work, and then you go no contact, and then they come back and they think that they can pick up where they left off. No, they can't. There's consequences to the decision, because now your attention is scarce and your value is raised. Now think about the time that you wanted to get a hotel when you wanted to go to Paris, and you were kind of, I'm not really too sure, and I'll do it tomorrow. You go back and that suite is gone. Things that have value only are there for a limited time, and that's how you need to look at yourself. You're exclusive, you have worth, your attention is exclusive. So after the breakup, your exes can't come back like nothing happened, because they're treating you like you had low value before. Now your value is raised. They took you for granted before. Now things are different. You're not exclusive to them anymore. They have to compete for your attention. The deal is only on the table for so long. You can't look at yourself as who you were before. You have to look at yourself as rare, unique, and one of one. And when you start looking at yourself that way, you treat yourself that way, and your ex is gonna feel that, and they're gonna treat you as such. They can't get you back easily. You have to make them work for it.
So you gotta keep in mind as well, is your ex coming back for the validation? And now they're just coming back because they want that validation from you, because they're feeling all lonely because they got brushed off, and they want you to start kissing their ass and taking them out to eat and telling them how pretty they are, just to kind of build up their self-esteem after being brushed off to the curb like they did. Like, you gotta think, your ex isn't always reaching out to you because they want you back. Sometimes they just want that validation and attention. So you got to understand, when they do reach out to you and you do try to STD, when you do try to set the date, and they say no, it's probably because maybe they're not interested in you, but they just want that validation because they know you're going to validate them. So that's the whole science behind when they say maybe or I don't know when you ask them to go out on a date. That's the whole science between you sitting there saying, you know what, you seem kind of busy. Hey, you know what, just call me whenever you figure out your schedule. Peace. And kind of brushing them off. Because that's kind of like a shocker. They're calling you up for validation, and then you pretty much tell them like, nah, not today. Either you're all in or you're all out. As of right now, it sounds like you're all out. Peace. Right. I mean, don't say that word for word, but like, that's pretty much the analogy behind it. You know, they're coming back to you for validation. You ask them on a date, and they tell you no. I mean, what else is there? There's nothing else there. All right, well, peace. You know, go ahead and move on with your life, because they obviously ain't got it together yet. They're still trying to figure themselves out, doing the same ratchet things they were doing during the breakup. So you know what? Go ahead and give them their time, give them their space. Obviously, they haven't came to their senses yet. They're using you for validation, so don't give it to them. That's the worst thing you can possibly do, unless you like being in the friend zone.
Who wants to be in the friend zone?
Some people like the friend zone.
You're glutton for punishment if you like being in the friend zone.
Exactly.
And another reason why you need to make your ex earn you back is because since you've done the work, you've become more of an attractive person. You're getting a lot of rhythm and a lot of energy from the people around you. Anytime you go to CVS or you go out with your friends to watch a game, or you go shopping, or your colleagues at work, they compliment you. The girl with the braids in the marketing department, you know she's been looking at you a little bit more nowadays, and it's kind of piquing your interest. She's giving you that rhythm. Anytime you go out, you're getting, guys to buy you drinks. Anytime you go out shopping, the clerk is kind of flirting with you a little bit. You're getting a lot of energy. You're going on a couple of dates. You got in the gym and you got a little bit more muscle on you. For the ladies that are watching this, you've been in the gym doing those hip thrusters and all of the lunges, and you got a little booty on you now. So you're getting a lot of energy from the opposite sex, and your ex sees that. And now you're going on a couple of dates. Your phone ain't dry anymore. Your social circle is growing. You've been invited to parties. You're seeing a lot of new colors and a lot of new people, and a lot of better people. A lot more people who align with your value system. A lot of people who are teaching you new things financially. You're seeing a lot of people that can provide you with a lot of opportunity, and they see the growth within you and they want to be a part of that. So why should you just take your ex back out of the blue? Why should you leave the new opportunities that are presented towards you now? And your ex sees that, and your ex is willing to do the work to get you back. They will do it if they're interested. They will earn that spot back. And that's the mentality that you have to have with your ex. And another way to make them earn you back is by hurting your ex. And if you click that link to the left, tap that video to the left, that's a must-watch video about why you need to hurt your ex. So go ahead and click that, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.